All right, so on the quest to find the Titans of Industry, after talking with Jenkenstein, learning that there is ingredients that are needed to make sauce, Jenkenstein is able to recreate this legendary essence, which is actually the essence of gods, in order to save Wiener Schnitzel. Wondering if that was the only way, he convinced you guys that it was, and eventually, through giving you guys some potions as a sort of token of friendship, sort of a way that you can believe that you can trust him, he points you guys in the direction of where you might be able to find the Titans. Somewhere on the edge of the forest, he was sensing this big burst of arcana that was rapidly changing nature. Being a huge source of this influx of magical power, he assumes that that is where the Titans are residing. As you guys make your way off to find where they are, seeing this forest that has basically been brought to all different variations of destruction, nature blooming and dying all at once, a sort of myriad of strange natural forces happening at once. As you guys continue forward, finding this field where it begins to rain and there's these magical spores that are falling off these mushrooms. They start to smell very enchanting to Coleslaw and eventually to Frank. You guys eventually smelling your favorite foods, and slowly as you get into these mushrooms, you start to get enveloped and start dancing, and then all of a sudden, you guys fall to the ground completely asleep.
Shitty.
So, on the way to find the Titans, you guys in the midst of this forest, making your way forward, we pick back up with Frank and Coleslaw falling to the floor, passed out by these spores. Scromy, you standing outside of the spores, noticing your friends falling to the floor, hearing some loud snoring.
And we're like surrounded by the mushroom spores, right?
Yeah, so they're sort of all in this area.
I have a cantrip, elementalism, and I can beckon the air.
Sick.
So, I'm gonna beckon the air to blow across the mushrooms and try and get the spores out of the way so I could walk over to there.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so we got some... Did you like the Avatar? So you sort of waving your hands amongst the air as you start to pull in the gusts of wind. And as you push forth with both your palms, this huge gust of wind sort of blowing the spores out of the mushrooms, sort of breaking away from the water as the spores begin to float off. Definitely safe passage. You're able to begin to approach them. I'm assuming you walk forward towards them?
I'm gonna go and grab them and drag them out.
Absolutely. So you begin to walk forward, and as you get towards Frank and Coleslaw, you bend down, again, hearing them just snoring, completely asleep. Even you take notice as you begin to try to lift them up, no matter how much you jostle or move him, he is just completely knocked out. And as you begin to grab him and pick him up, you're slowly starting to drag him, and you start hearing this voice. As you immediately start looking around, you're hearing this voice of like an old hag, and you just hear, "What are you doing here? I didn't expect to see you again. I will not let you mess with the Titans."
But there's nobody around?
Yeah, you glance around, you're looking as you're darting back and forth, still holding, and as you're looking, it almost sounds like the voice is in surround sound. Like no matter where you look, it sounds like it's coming from all over.
Crazy. Does it stop me in any way from like being able to save?
No,
these
like,
two fools?
yeah, no, you can, like, so far there's no presence or anything.
Gotcha.
You can, like, you definitely still slowly move. The voice sort of lingering on the air, awaiting a response.
Okay.
If you have any.
But like, it's definitely listening?
Yeah.
Like I can sense that it's listening?
Yeah, there's like a presence somewhere. It's just, you can't see where they are. The rain's still falling, sort of a lot of noises happening with the rain hitting onto the ground. You're looking around somewhat disoriented as it asks you this question of what you're doing back in this area.
Which mean mess. I try and mess with nobody.
I'm aware of your connections to Dr. Jenkenstein. I know your past. You can't fool me as much as you may fool the other people around you.
What'd that mean?
You genuinely don't know, right? Like, you genuinely don't know. Your memory's still hazy, unaware of what this embodied voice could be talking about.
When was that? Last year?
Ever since you ran away, we know exactly what you're doing. We know your goal. Trying to mask your objectives.
Who's we?
And you start hearing, as you ask that, you're glancing around and you start hearing these footprints. And you begin to start hearing this snarling as these beasts slowly start walking out of the fog and begin to walk closer to you. This displacer beast slowly begins to crawl out from the fog as you're attempting to drag Frank out. I'm going to blow it up just so you can get a good look at what this thing looks like.
What does he displace?
So a displacer beast, this giant, like, six-legged panther thing just slowly starts walking out as it's snarling. You see it's, like, bulging muscles, and it's got these strange, like, tentacles that have this teethy maw at the end.
Oh,
That's
way more intimidating than extra legs.
Yeah, right? It's just the fucking
The
giant.
extra legs are just sort of like there.
So you see this beast slowly start to approach. So the displacer, what does it displace? Very great question. You're going to find out. So you hear the voice, so it's slowly walking towards you. It's not like immediately pouncing or anything, but now you're aware that there is immediate danger. As the beast is slowly walking towards you, you hear the disembodied voice again, and it's like, we will not let you take away the work that has been put in towards what the Titan's goal is. And it sicks the beast on you.
Damn.
I need you to roll initiative, squirrel mates. Yeah, you're knocked the fuck out, Frank. You're just like snoozing. Okay. What did you get?
16.
16. I got a fucking 6. So we're gonna do this. So Frank, I would like you to roll initiative as well. You are currently knocked the fuck out. We're gonna be doing some other stuff when it comes to your turn.
What's my initiative booster? 17.
17. Fantastic. So we got 17 for Frank. And Squirrel Meat, what'd you get?
16.
So, Frank, we're starting combat, so we're going to do a little bit back and forth thing. So we start with your initiative. So Frank, you immediately pass out. The second you fall asleep, you wake up, but not where you once were. You're not next to Squirrel Meat, not next to Coleslaw.
It's not good.
You find yourself alone. As you wake up, you're sitting crisscross applesauce in front of this pond.
It's a very blurry pond. Oh, it came into focus.
It came into focus. So you find yourself sort of, as far as you can tell, alone. These fairies sort of flying around the pond. You look in, it seems normal. Foliage all around you. As you begin to look around, it's very contained.
Is Coleslaw with me?
Coleslaw is not with you.
Oh, shit.
So you sort of stare off and notice that you're sort of in this isolated little grove.
Yeah.
As you begin to look around, no one in sight, and you don't see anyone or hear anything, you're just alone. Frank, how do you react as you wake up away from everyone else?
I like kind of pop up on this rock I'm sitting on, it looks like, and I'm like, oh god. And then I go, Squirrel Meat! Squirrel Meat!
You
Is
shout.
this some type of awesome, like, plan thing? Are you ratatouilleing me? Squirrel Meat!
As you shout the name, hoping to hear back from your newfound friend.
I'm sure you have coleslaw safe and sound.
The voice echoes out and reverberates back to you. No response. Unaware of the circumstance of what lie in the other, where you came from. Continuing to look around, you look into the pond, and you start to see like a serpent, like a tiny serpent that's sort of swimming inside, like the shadow of some sort of serpent that's swimming around in the lake, and it's making these figure eights. And as you start to look into it, you see this vision of this giant anvil, almost like one that is used for like with a blacksmith.
Okay.
So you see like this giant anvil, and it's like burning, like white hot, and you start to see some sort of liquid drop onto it as it slowly begins to cool down, steam beginning to rise, and the pond itself begins to bubble, sort of very rapidly.
Uh-oh.
Unaware of what that could possibly mean, we are going to go on to Squirrel Meat. Frank's still asleep. Coleslaw's still asleep. A threat in front of you. Still needing to save your friends, but now something attempting to stop. Initiative breaks loose, unaware of what this voice is, who this voice is, but this nasty beast on its way with malicious intent in its eyes. It is your turn. How do you react to it walking towards you?
Is there any clear, easy way to get Frank and Coleslaw to cover? But they're like just out of the mushrooms, right?
Yes,
They're
that
not,
is correct.
They're not hidden or anything?
No, there's
no way to get them into cover?
There's like this giant tree here, so you can certainly, like, they're asleep. If you like lay them down, I say that probably give them like 3/4 cover, which definitely can give them a little bit of protection if something was trying to attack them.
That's fine. I'll probably just go away from, so like, I got 40 feet. I'm gonna go as far towards like the left
Okay.
as I can.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. You can make it up to the stump here. Does that look
Sure,
good?
that's fine.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna basically brace myself for this fucking beast.
I love it.
There's like some sort of action, right? Like a dodge.
Yes, you have dodge. Yes. Dodge action basically gives attacks that go towards you disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because you're preparing for incoming blows.
Yeah. That's what I'll just dodge.
Absolutely. Okay, so sort of beckoning the beast towards you as you prepare for what is to come. We move to the displacer beast. It sees as you drag your friends away. It's locked in on you as you sort of beckon it on, getting in your fighting stance. The beast is going to immediately start dashing forward towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, not quite able to make it up to you for one of its attacks. So we'll just get one attack. It can't quite reach you with its claws, but as it runs up, you see the giant tentacles with the teeth sort of lash out towards you. We're going to roll with disadvantage because we do have the dodge action, which that is a 6, which is an 11. And that fell off the table. And that is a 12. So 11 is going to miss. So it slashes in, quick and ready as you're prepared. You just quickly open the door as it just goes right by you. Go ahead and roll me a perception check as it whizzes by. 9. Okay, unaware to notice anything, but it misses your attack. And we are going to move on to Frank. Frank, the anvil you saw sort of steaming as the pond begins to bubble.
Yeah.
Unaware of what is happening, you sort of take a step back as that that little silhouette that you saw, that serpent that was sort of swimming in this figure 8, you start taking notice to it growing in size rapidly as it's swimming up towards the surface.
That's not good.
And emerging from this pond, you see this giant serpent with glowing horns appear in front of you. A third eye opened. Dratini! Yeah, dude, that's what its name is now. I'm gonna name it that. You sort of take a step back as it emerges, unaware of what's happening, and it begins to meet your eyesight.
Yikes.
Frank, how do you react to this thing showing its presence?
I mean, I'm freaking out. That's a dragon.
That's
Coleslaw's not with me. Like, did this thing eat coleslaw? Like, my mind's going 1,000 miles a minute. I pull my swords out, and I just kind of stand there, and I'm sort of paralyzed. I think I should probably just run, but this thing's staring at me with 3 eyes. So I'm just kind of staring back at it, terrified, wondering what I should do with my swords out.
So you pull your swords, sort of a bit of fear striking into you, like unaware of whether to run or to make a stand. You pull out your blades, unaware of what is actually going to happen. The serpent begins to take notice to your frightened stance, bearing your blades, and you hear this voice come from the serpent as it begins to talk to you, and it says, "You have nothing to fear. I mean you no harm. I know what you seek."
I look at him and I go, you sure? Pretty scary.
There's no need for weapons here.
I say okay, and I drop my swords and just sit on the grass in front of him, and I say, what do you want then?
I am here to aid. Questions you have, I have answers.
Where am I?
You are currently in the Fey realm. The Titans have leaked another realm into this world. That is the source of the Arcana that is changing this forest rapidly.
Whoa.
I know that you seek sauce.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know that. Who told you that? Do you know that doctor?
Jenkinstein?
Yeah.
I know of him.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, but
Okay, well, I know him personally, and he will tell you that I can read.
Well, first of all, I know you can't because I, unlike Jenkinstein, did know your father.
I don't know my father.
Hence why I say I have answers for you.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I really don't know. That was so unexpected. Like, not only have we met a dragon, he knows my dad. So, this is really, are you my father?
No, I am a dragon.
A boy can dream. I mean, gosh, okay. How do you know my father?
Through very strange means. I used to be the liaison between the Titans and the King. And that is how I knew your father.
So, like, you're telling me somebody's got you doing diplomacy work?
I'm telling you that there is more to all of this than your little teenage mind can possibly comprehend.
I'm really picking that up. I'm not gonna lie. I think that part is not lost on me.
Here.
Have you always had 3 eyes?
Let me just show you.
Okay.
And he begins to lean down towards you, his giant head like swooping in as it gets really close. Like close enough to where you're only seeing his third eye, like just giant, like his head is the size of your body.
Yeah.
And as you stare into his third eye, it blinks. And as it blinks, you hear this like chime noise and your eyes roll back into your head as you start seeing these fucking crazy visions.
Okay.
You start seeing a vision and it's like almost a memory. Like you're looking through eyes of this tiny child, like almost an infant. You see like baby hands moving around as you're glancing, and you take notice to a woman and a man that is caring for this child, presumably your parents.
Okay.
And the man begins to speak, and he says, "Listen, I'm worried about what it can mean for the kingdom. I'm aware that the Titans, being gods, potentially have what's best in mind, but I can't just give in to their requests just for no reason. I need to do what's right to protect the kingdom that I rule over. I need to leave a proper kingdom for my son to rule one day." And the vision fades.
Crazy.
The irony of you living as a beggar and wanting more is that you've always been destined for more. You're the true heir to the throne, Frank.
What? Dude. Okay, so like Dragon Bro.
Dragon Bro.
I have to some degree always known this. And in another sense, wait, so like was that guy at the castle my dad?
So, as you say that, recalling how you saw the man in the vision, it was not. Evangelo, who is now the king, you're sort of getting clued into potentially what happened to your parents.
Wait, so... Oh my god.
The dragon looks at you and just says...
Did I get MK Ultra?
He says, "The throne was usurped."
Damn, bro! I'm having a hard time.
As you sit...
You're telling me...
You're sitting trying to comprehend what all of this means, this huge rush of information explained to you at once. Your 17-year-old brain trying to comprehend what is at hand. Squirrel meat on the other end of this, attempting to keep Frank safe as he's asleep. The beast continuing to encroach, a swing and a miss, not quite close enough for a second attack. It is your turn, Squirrel meat. What would you like to do?
Let's see. It's not a humanoid, right?
It is not.
That was cool. I did not see that
All right. What I would really like to do is kind of get a sense for exactly how determined it is to fuck me up versus
Okay.
like if there's some sort of way to calm it down.
Sure.
Is there any sense that it's reasonable in some fashion?
I would definitely say not. I think that your
So we gotta fight.
your passive insight and passive perception would definitely be enough to tell this thing is some sort of minion to whatever voice was calling out to you. This thing is sent on a mission, sort of like a guard dog. It is going to try
Okay.
to bring back your body.
So I don't know exactly how to do this. If it could be somehow considered an unarmed strike of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really want to do is like see if I can vault over him
Okay.
and then like tear one of those tentacles off of him.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
That's what
So
I really like to do.
that sounds fantastic. So, you seeing one of the imposing threats, the thing that does have the reach to try to get in at you, you attempt to try to do something about that as you try to vault over this beast to wrangle one of its loose tentacles. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as you launch yourself over the beast.
16.
16, solid. You manage to, without a running start, like you do like one of those back somersaults, you know, when you roll over someone's back, you like roll over the beast's back as you grab onto the tentacle. Now go ahead and give me an athletics check or a strength save, whatever's better for you. But there's gonna be some sort of strength to see if you can yank one of these things off.
Oh fuck, that's not good.
Oh no.
8.
8. Okay, so definitely not quite enough gusto to like tear it off or get rid of it. But I'll say that you manage to sort of grip onto it tight enough that it sort of wounds it, leaving one of them like unable to be used for a while. So there's like this slight disarming that comes with the maneuver that you did as you make it to the other side.
Cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? Shirley?
Dodge bonus action.
Absolutely, continuing to be one with the wind as you prepare for whatever retaliation may come. I'm assuming you're staying put, no
Yeah.
movement?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm good.
We go to the beast. The beast sort of snarling, very angry at what just occurred. Still preventing from the full 2 attacks. His tentacles not quite able to, you see as he like tries to use them to lash out and they sort of twitch as they fall, slightly disabled from your grip as he goes in for his claws. That's a nat 1.
Wow!
Dude, continuing to mog on this thing. He slashes in and completely goes wide. Some of his stance sort of slightly off as his first attack fails to take hold. With it being a nat 1, I'm going to give you an opportunity attack. Squirrel Meat, having your sharp mind, you take advantage of the opportunity as you go in for a strike. Go ahead and roll to hit.
15.
15 hits.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
And can I do a flurry of blows as a, what do you call it?
Oh yeah, that's
Opportunity?
I do not think so.
Okay, that's
unless you have some skill that says
No,
otherwise.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I was like, I don't believe so.
That's gonna hit with 9.
That's perfect. 9 damage to the displacer beast. So it goes in as it swings wide, and again, you just quickly open the door as you follow. Doosh! And you slam your fist into its chest as it flies back a little bit, continuing to snarl. Squirrel Meat, hurting enemies on not his turn. Fantastic.
Doing the most ridiculous shit you ever heard of and succeeding.
Moving on.
That
As
wasn't that ridiculous.
That was pretty ridiculous. It wasn't as ridiculous as Ratatouille.
Yeah, the
Pause.
rest, that we're waiting for that to get beaten.
Yeah, that's
Moving on,
great.
Frank. Learning a lot of information about your past in this moment as this dragon continues to speak to you. He just says, "Listen, I know this is a lot for you to process right now. But
No, I'm doing fine.
the important thing you need to know is that
Yeah.
you were not unwanted. You were
Okay.
not discarded.
Okay.
Evangelo is an evil person.
Yeah, I thought he sucked.
He's corrupt for a reason. He's power hungry. Hey,
I mean,
you're a prince.
Yeah.
You can't be crying like a bitch right now.
okay, well, you know, you're like literally a talking dragon from another dimension. So I was. The guy I'm with eats squirrels, man, okay? I'm not. Okay, so what's my purpose? What are we doing here then? Like, I'm ready. I got a crew of guys. I got this crazy dude with me. Who the fuck is this squirrel meat guy, by the way? Do you know anything about squirrel meat?
Only a little more than he remembers himself.
That's not helpful. He doesn't remember anything.
Do you recall when you talked to Jenkenstein and he stared at him a little too long? I think he muttered something along the lines of, "Oh, couldn't be, never mind."
Yeah, I thought he was just sort of freaked out by the eating squirrels thing. Because most people tend to... And the guy, like, wears flip-flops everywhere. Like, everywhere. Like, we fought goblins, flip-flops on. So, like, you know, thought maybe that was it. People stare at the squirrel meat guy, so... No. But apparently that I should be more perceptive is what I'm getting out of this conversation with you. Probably a god who's also a diplomat, who's also a talking dragon with a magical third eye that can infiltrate my...
The magic of the Fey realm is beyond many mortal comprehension.
It's definitely fucking me up.
My point is, Jenkenstein knows Squirrel Meat. Squirrel Meat knows Jenkenstein. You do not simply forget your past without some sort of traumatic event.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what caused it. I'm not sure why he cannot recall his past, but all I know is he is important as well. I think it's very strange that two people who are seeking purpose and or have forgotten what their purpose is have found each other on this journey.
Yeah, it's pretty great. You know, he's like my mentor. He said it himself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know you need some sort of father figure, so...
Are you interested?
He goes, "Speak of the devil.
Okay.
It seems that your friend is in need of some help." And you look back into the lake as you see the vision of the other side of this dream that you're in, seeing Squirrel Meat fighting this fucking ferocious looking panther. You take notice to you and Coleslaw just dead asleep behind this tree that has collapsed. And he's like, he seems to be doing fine, but I'm sure your help would be greatly wanted. One last thing. You hold power within you that you have yet to tap into.
Sick.
You will learn more once you speak with the Titans.
Oh my god. Wait, before I go, you gotta tell me something. You gotta I love you.
He just laughs and says, "Seek the Titan Forge."
Yes, Sensei.
And he begins to swim back down into the lake as he slowly swirls
Wait,
around.
tell me your name before you go.
Dratini. As he swirls down.
I forgot. We named him Dratini.
He swirls down, creating this like giant whirlpool into the lake that you see. And you are left standing there with this giant whirlpool that's flowing in this lake as we head back to Squirrel Meat.